met Dr. Advani in Los Angeles when we were going to meet with our senators about HR 1599, which is the what we call the DARK Act. They call it the Safe and Accurate or Affordable Food Act, and we call it the DARK Act for denying Americans' right to know. And a group of activists went to go speak with our senator's aide about the DARK Act and defeating that and voting yes for Senate Bill 511. And at the table of the group of activists was Dr. Priya Advani, and she had these amazing testimonials. And I thought, wow, this is a very busy doctor who's taking her time out to come to get involved in how our government works and our political system and to speak out to our senators' aides. And I just thought that was really special. And I so appreciate your time and generosity, Dr. Advani, and thank you so much for being here. Could you tell us a little bit more about your background? Like, how did you learn about GMOs and why go to a senator's aide's office and speak up about this?
Okay, so, I went through the whole medical school process to, study for my degree. And it wasn't until I, started my practice. I was doing a mentorship program with a fertility doctor who was very well renowned and in our field. And he mentioned something to me that really struck me. And he said, just remember, for your fertility patients, whatever you do, make sure that they don't eat soy. And I thought, well, that's interesting because soy, according to a lot of studies that I've seen year and year again, in China, women eat soy for every single meal, and they have the lowest rate of breast cancer in the entire world. And then also me being a vegetarian, I consume, a lot of soy in my own diet. And I thought, well, I need to, look into why. And I asked him, I go, well, why not soy? He said, well, 90% of it is GMO or genetically modified. And I thought, what is GMO? I didn't even know. It's not something we learn in school. And if you ask any medical doctor even, they're going to tell you they don't learn a lot of nutrition. We get some, but we don't get a lot of it. And definitely not anything about genetically modified organisms. So that's what instigated my research and how I wanted to learn more about what it is. And as I did, it was around the same time I was also working on a detox program for patients because, we have a lot of toxins in the environment and, our foods and pesticides, which, I knew about that. But, and also patients came in for weight loss. That was a big thing. Well, as I researched it and, I saw, there are points in acupuncture we can do in Chinese medicine to help with weight loss, but really it's about what you put in your body and the nutrition aspect of it. That's really important. And so I also learned about the toxins. So glyphosate was the toxin that just kept coming up when I was looking at GMOs, glyphosate, pesticides, herbicides. And that's what triggered me to really do more research and become such an advocate, because the more I found, the more horrified I was by all of the research and all the studies and why in the world don't people know about it? Because I would educate my own patients. And, a lot of times, like I had a patient who came in for the detox and she never heard of GMOs, which most of them haven't. Mm-hmm. So that's what really, instigated that whole study of GMOs and why I went to the senator's office and why I've been very proactive, an advocate for labeling, an advocate for non-GMO food is because I treat patients and I see chronic illness all the time. I see lots of illnesses all the time. And I can tell you when we change people's diets, huge, amazing things happen and they get better, they feel better. And we can relieve so many symptoms, so many diseases, just like by nutrition alone. And for me, as a mom, it's really important because I want to know what's in my food. And now that I understand the science behind it, that is a whole other ball game. Like, I'm working with, both sides, the right to know, but the science, and, why don't people know? Why are we not allowed to know?